we've got Eric and Rocky from Shadow Axe in studio. They are going to be playing at Blue Cats. That is coming up this Friday night, and going to be a lot of fun. You guys have shared the stage. Of course, like I said, we talked about Sundown just a little bit, which had to be a hoot last year.
Yeah.
I mean, congratulations. I mean, that's very cool when one of our own, if you will, headlines. But, I mean, what is that like? I mean, it is, being outdoors, number one, is just a rush. But that had to be a lot of fun last year.
Oh, yeah, it was.
The biggest thing was probably the people.
Yeah.
The amount of people was 11,000 people, something like that. It was amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Turned on to a lot of new people, I'm sure, and talked to those people, and hopefully saw them at gigs coming up as well. So after the Sundown gig. And you guys are playing, got some Tri-Cities gigs, some other gigs. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about this new music that you're writing. We're going to talk a little bit about the scene that we're talking about a little earlier here that's really developed in Knoxville, getting a lot of attention both inside and outside of Knoxville. Going to talk about a guy that's near and dear to many rock bands' hearts here, Travis Wyrick. And we're going to talk a little bit about sharing the stage with some cool bands you guys have worked with, too. But first, before we go any further, how about a song out of you guys? Tell us what you're going to do and tear into one.
I guess the song will be, if you've got the record, it's Perfect Disguise, track 4. And it's a little different version. That song is kind of one of the heavier ones on there. So
this is the Unplugged version.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Shadow Axe live on 90.3 The Rock and on UTTV, The Rock Unplugged. Go for it.
a song that a dove sings, maybe that's what saves me. A book that you read, maybe that's what saves me. And I whisper, scream, awake in a dream. Please let me out, awake in a dream. Mouth wide open, you'd always hoped you'd find that perfect disguise. Sound of a season gave you a reason to find that perfect disguise, yeah. And I'm living through you, maybe that's what makes me. And I see things in 3, maybe that's what makes me. Oh, and I whisper, scream, awake in a dream. Please let me out, awake in a dream. Mouth wide open, you'd always hoped you'd find that perfect disguise. Sound of a season gave you a reason to find that perfect disguise. Oh. You blame me, just listen. The mask has filled you again, and it's time to leave it alone. See, lose, I'm just like you. And you blame me, and you save me, and you beg me, unveil me. And you blame me, and you save
90.3 The Rock, live in studio with Shadow Wax and on UTTV on The Rock Unplugged. Videotape, not live, but darn good just the same. Shadow Wax in studio, as I said, Eric and Rocky from the band. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Talk a little bit about the record now. I guess it was really recorded a couple years ago. When it was actually released, was it early last year? When did you guys actually?
It was early last year.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Of course, it got a name on the back that we all know and love well, and that's our buddy Travis Wyrick, who, as I told you guys off mic a little earlier, had him in that raging rock and roll band Sage down here years ago.
You could fit his hair in here.
Oh man, unbelievable! It was many extensions ago, I guess we had Sage in here.
A lot of Aquanet ago, huh?
Yeah, you got it, man. Years ago, we had that band in here a few times and had a lot of fun with them. But you all must have had a lot of fun working with Travis and you know, kind of learning at the altar of Wyrick, if you will. Because I'm gonna tell you, I mean, that's part of what the process is about. The guy's been there, done that. Made the record, sold the T-shirt. How was that working with Travis? Did you dig it?
Yeah, it was great, man. It really was. You know, a lot of people ask us about Travis, and the response that I think probably Eric would have too, especially me, is, yeah, it was great to work with him. You know, he's a hit maker. You know, he's that guy. But man, he's just a great person. He's like an awesome person to be around. He's real fun to be around. Just teaches you a lot about yourself, you know, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
That'd be the greatest thing about working with him.
Yeah, very passionate about what he does, but also passionate about, I think, making sure you all dig what he's saying and learn what he's saying, and not just that he's saying, okay, you got to do it this way, but hey, guys, I think it would be really cool if you do it this way. And the proof is definitely in the music that he's produced.
Yeah,
and,
totally.
You know, your all's record came out sounding excellent, and he's going to be making a lot more great records as the future comes toward us. And just a great guy, man. We're so lucky to have him right here, literally in our own backyard. How long did it take you to put this thing together?
Man,
when it was all said and done, it was probably 5 months after, you know, sending it to California to get mastered, and after all that, you know, everything was actually done. It was about 5 months. It was a great experience, though.
Right,
for sure.
So you learned a lot. And,
we're on to, we like to feel bigger and better things, though, right now. You know, because that record, to us, you know, it's still new to a lot of people, you know, which is great. That's the beauty of it, you know.
Right.
But we're writing songs now that we feel is kind of outwriting that record. So
right. Well, let's go ahead and talk about that. I mean, and it always is. I mean, from CD to CD, it is absolutely a learning process, and you learn from your mistakes, you learn from the stuff you do good, and you try to do better the next time. What are you guys looking at? You sitting down, you're writing new songs right now? Is there a different direction? Are you trying to think, okay, let's try this time, and who is going to be helping produce it? And are you looking at when is a possible release date on it? What's been going on with it?
There's a good chance towards the end of the year we're looking at. The biggest difference as far as writing goes on this record.
It's more for us. It's not, I would think, wouldn't you say? I mean,
yeah, and as far as the spectrum goes, I felt like this record that we're listening to today, you know, it kind of sits in kind of a broad range towards the middle of the spectrum, where this one's going to be more, it's not going to be a lot of middle ground. It's going to be one end or the other as far as kind of just in your face or really laid back and takes you somewhere else. So that's kind of the difference, if there's a difference.
Stretching the band out a little bit.
Yeah.
Pushing the edge here or there.
Kind of the name of the game, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Cool. Do you guys, are you the type of band that really likes to try the new stuff out live a few times, or do you just pretty much put it on record and then bam, there it is? I mean,
everything gets tested live first.
Yeah.
Many times.
Speaking of live, I've heard nothing but great things about your live show. Of course, I enjoy the Sundown show, but in a club, it's a lot different. You're a lot closer. You've definitely got that give and take and that love coming from stage and going to stage. I mean, but you guys are one that when I talk to other people, like, you've got to see them live. They're just amazing live. I mean, do you just get up there, have a good time, and you refer to yourself as brothers on your website. I mean, does it feel that way on stage? It's got to, I guess, to be as successful as you guys have been so far.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's really like that's really all we have is our songs and each other, man. It's like that's really all we care to have, really.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we don't really need much anything else. Not to be like sappy or
no,
anything
I understand.
like that. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely the way it is.
Well, it gives you a lot of confidence when you're on stage. You know that guy's going to pick you up if you're not feeling that good that night or just ain't hitting for you that night. And it's good, good to have those brothers, if you will. And again, Shadow Wax in studio right now. It's who we're talking to here live on 90.3 The Rock and on UTTV on The Rock Unplugged. Again, you can check it out on channel 194 on Comcast Digital. on Thursday nights at 9 and Saturday nights at 9. Eric and Rocky from the band, and we're talking to them again because they're going to be playing at Blue Cats coming up this Friday night, the next Locals Only night. The band Legion out of Nashville got a brand new record they're supporting, and the band The Fierce Embrace out of Johnson City, Tennessee. Going to be coming down from the tired cities and playing the big city of Knoxville. Very quickly, let's hit on it a little bit. And we talked a little bit about this before we came on radio, but it seems like Knoxville has got it. Not seems, it's happening. You got 10 years out there on the road, and you got you guys, you know, and like I said, you've got some of these other bands, Adoration, Verona, Vertigo you can throw in there, but there seems to be this scene of, you know, leans toward a little bit of a heavier rock sound, but with some pop influences as well, some real melodic stuff. A scene that is gaining popularity in Knoxville, but especially it seems like outside of Knoxville, folks are looking at that scene, paying real attention to it, and saying, man, they've got something going there. Do you guys get that impression, not only in Knoxville, but especially when you get outside of Knoxville?
Well, totally. I mean, we experienced it firsthand, especially in the dead of the past summer. You know, it was just labels were coming from whatever, and we've still got that thing going on and working through that. But, you know, people are definitely looking this way, you know, and it's just a matter of, you know, the bands definitely have their own thing going on as far as this sound. Knoxville's definitely got a sound, though every band does sound differently. We've got a central theme going on here, you know. Right. But it's not just up to the bands, you know. The town needs to support it, and, you know, if it wasn't for stations like you guys, it would basically die, you know. Yeah. So
it wouldn't matter how many great bands are here and how many great songs are written. It takes people that want to step up and help.
Right, right. Well, that's, you know, we don't call ourselves local music's best friend for nothing. I mean, like I said, we're very liberal with our local music format and playlist, and proud to do that. We've been doing that for 25 years now, basically. Man. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it's a shame that another station across town is not really being able to be as supportive. We talked a little bit about that, and not able to play you guys like they were because you guys had a legitimate hit on that station, and then 10 years, really, the success they had on that station, we're able to spring from that and do some great things. Copper. And, Copper, absolutely. And, again, it's no fault of anybody over there, unfortunately.
No comment.
Yeah. We won't pull the soapbox out yet, but let's just say if you want to hear the music, call us, 974-2535.
There you go.
I want to hear your music. How about another tune, man?
Yeah, we'll do a little tuning here.
Cool, yeah, go ahead. I'll take the time to let you do that. They tune because they care. Eric and Rocky from the band Shadow Axe, again, playing Blue Cats this Friday night as our next Locals Only night. And the CD is out there in stores. You can check it out. It's called Invitation Karma Crash. I'm sure they'll have plenty of them for you as well this Friday night at Blue Cats. What you guys going to do?
Let's do that hit song, Downtown.
Let's do it. All right.
Don't you